Storytime 9. I want to tell everyone the story about how I made my very first best friend in college. Best female friend. Well, how we met, she had just had a motorcycle accident and had major road rash, and she needed help for her art project, and she was making a giant tree frog out of paper mache. I helped her make that project and a couple of other projects too. And we were really good friends, in my opinion. We would text each other, we would message each other on Facebook. We would call each other up, be like, hey, can we hang out? And because we both had vehicles, it was never a problem to just drive over to the other person's house. And we were relatively really close by. um, well, things started to become really weird. And our friendship got messed up over guys. How cliche, you know? My very first lover was not a very good person. And he oftentimes pit a lot of girls against each other. And oftentimes said some not nice things about them. So when he told me that he knew that she probably liked him, but he was never going to be into her because she was too fat, is how he said it. What I didn't realize, me telling her, she would go up to him and he all he had to do was go, "No, I didn't." So instantly I'm pegged as the jealous one, and it just didn't stop there. I don't know when it started exactly. I just know the results. It was like, so just to give you some background, I'm really into CSI and all sorts of crime shows, but a lot of people are into all of that. This little tidbit actually saved my life. If you start getting white lines across your nails, that's not normal. It's indicative to lead poisoning. Why is this important? Every chance my friend would get, she put lead paint in my drinks when we would hang out to try to kill me. And it got worse. And I just didn't think I didn't think someone would, that I considered my friend like that, would ever do something like this. There was a movie that came out around this time where a group of girls made one girl who was really, really pretty, the ugly girl, out. That way they had a chance with all the hot guys. Well, she used to do my makeup. I would let her because I didn't know, I still don't know how to do makeup very well. And I figured, why not? Well, I had been sick for like, I don't know how long. And like, I, my friends were like, "Come on out, April, let's go out, blah, blah, blah. I'll do your makeup and we'll be all happy." Now, I let them do my makeup and stuff, and I didn't look in the mirror because I trusted them that much, which was a big mistake in hindsight. So we go out and we're at the bar. They're having a good time. We're all having a good time and whatnot. And these two guys are in the corner snickering at each other. And I see them. They do look quite handsome, of course. And they walk over to me and they say, "Hi, what's your name?" And I go, "Hi, my name's April." And they go, "So who did your make like they said, who did your makeup and whatnot?" And I went, "Oh, my friends did. This is the first night out in months that I've ever done. So I was wondering, do you want to stick around and chat?" And let me tell you, these two guys looked at each other and they said, we gotta get going. I was like, "Oh, okay." And all the girls at the table scooted out the table and was like, "Wait, wait, come back. You want to hang out with us, right?" And they were like, "Nah, we're good." We ended up cutting the night early, and then when they took me, we all carpooled in the same car. I got into the car and they started yelling at me, saying that I ruined their whole night and whatnot. So I went home crying, of course, and I look in the mirror and the travesty that they did to my face was unreal. A little while later is when I found out that she was actually poisoning me, and there was a whole situation where she slept with my ex and ended up with an STD because of it. I don't know. I used to defend her a lot. She was an alcoholic. I've never met anyone who would sit there and go, "Let's have a girls' night, let's have a girls' night," and stalk a guy and then come home to drink more. And then the worst thing that this has ever happened was we were all chilling and whatnot, it like this group of girls, and then she like we're at her place. She stands up and goes, "Why doesn't he love me?" Projectile vomits above her, like, and rains vomit upon her, and then she falls face into her own vomit type thing. And all her friends literally just left her in her vomit. They were like, "Oh, we gotta go," and they left. She probably doesn't even remember that I'm the one that picked her up out of her own vomit and got her into the shower, made her wash with her whole body, clothes on and everything, because I was like, "You've got vomit everywhere. You just need to be in the bathtub right now. I can't handle you." Um, Turned on the shower, made sure it was warm. I got her fresh, like, her pajamas and her, like, toiletries, whatnot, everything. Made sure she got into bed, and I put a cup of water, her little aspirin thingies, plugged in her phone to charge, and then she had two dogs, and I let them out, made sure they went to the bathroom, made sure they got fed, and while they were outside, I was making sure to clean up all that vomit everywhere because I didn't want her dogs to eat that. And then I sent her a text on the phone, that way she would know that everything was nice and locked up, and to let me know if she was okay in the morning. And if not, I was going to drive over to her and make sure she was okay, type thing. My problem is I care too much. I've been friends with people who definitely were not my friends, and I want everyone to understand that a friend won't ask you to lie about stuff. A friend wouldn't try to poison you. A friend wouldn't try to hurt you in any way. Of course, it takes two people putting effort in any relationship to work, regardless if it's romantic or even friendship. But I also, there's a level of tact that people need to have when choosing friends. it still makes me sad to think about her. I cut her out of my life, and I still feel sad about it, even though she tried to murder me. And I know that sounds silly, but what I want everyone to get from this is sometimes you outgrow friends. Sometimes people aren't the right people that have the same values as you. And you shouldn't let them hold you back, per se. I know this one was really heavy, but I think I've got a really good story for you. We'll just put this as part 10. When I was in college, a girl walked up to me over the same guy and proceeded to tell me that, April, you just will never have a chance with him. You're just too innocent. I think you should just give up by now. Now, my ass is a smart ass, of course. And I go, that's not what he told me the last 5 times I've been with him. And she went, what? And then I literally go into detail. I was like, oh, yeah. And he didn't complain about me, so therefore, what I can gather is you're just jealous. And it has nothing to do with my small ass tits because he obviously had no complaints about that either. Yeah. For anyone who wants to know, if you literally come at me about anything, I'm gonna come back at you, and you best be ready with my smart ass self. So, story time 9 and 10. Have a nice day.